McCoy for 1, Reggie Bush for 9, then Lions for 8. Whereas Team did well with Stafford. He had 31, DeMarco Murray for 29. DeMarco Murray just tearing up the league right now. Somebody's got to stop that guy. And Eddie Royal for 29. Eddie Royal, I didn't even know he was still playing. Joe, unfortunately, did not have a good day with Stephen Ridley, Pierre Gasson. Brandon Myers gets 0. Of course, that's against the Steelers. At least he held one person to 0. And his Redskins got a -1. So, unfortunately, that was bad. Who do you have on the bench? Well, his QB wouldn't help him any. But he did have Ruben Randall, but who would have started him for 16? So, again, good try, Joe. But Kevin Clemens reigns supreme. Somebody's got to beat that towhead. Who's next?
Yep. Okay, next is a heartbreaker for Don going against Terry, who was supposed to have 5-week lows. Ends up hitting people who just went off, and poor Don was like, "Oh my goodness!" So Mouseketeers top Malibu Stacy's 148 versus 129.
Yeah, Joe Wacko for Flacco had a great day with 35. Lamar Miller with 18. Matt Astacia, a name that obviously Terry jumped on way before all of us, with 30. I mean, that guy's going crazy. Let's hope he doesn't get a switch for his kids. T.Y. Hilton for 18. Not a lot to talk about. She had the Bears for 0, but it didn't hurt her. Malibu Stacy, on the other hand, had a good outing from Jay Cutler for 20 and Matt Forte 23. You can't complain about that. Victor Cruz for 18, but just not enough. Greg Olsen didn't help with only 5, but that's tough. On the bench, though, this is amusing. Travis Klecki for 23 for Dawn. That hurt a little bit, but again, you're going to start him over Olsen or anybody else, right? Maybe she will next week. I mean, he's looking like the guy in Kansas City, though. All right, let's move on to the divisions. Do you have the divisional information or no?
I do. Let me pull it up really quick.
Hashtag unprepared.
On NFC, we've got, again, now it's only a 3-way tie. We've got the worst team ever, tied with Camp Krusty.
No. But who's in the lead?
What?
Who's in the lead?
Shut it. It's a
If
tie.
you ain't first, you're last.
The Ralph Wiggum Experience, also tied. Then we've got the Punishment Due, the Wild Poopers, and Krusty's Clown College.
Yeah, it's a pretty... It's
You
a...
want to do AFC?
Yeah, sure, I'll take the AFC. Again, we have Kevin's lover, Mr. Clemens, the Rockland Smashers, #1 at 4-0, completely undefeated. I'm so disappointed in that whole league. One person's got to beat this guy. Mouseketeers and the Braille Bombers tied at 3-1 right on his heels. And then you got the other side of the pendulum. Malibu Stacy's Team Daha, 1 win, 3 losses. And the Pink Ladies, 0-4 along with Josh. Let's think about a word called trade, people. It's time to start panicking. It's 4 weeks. Look at your rosters. Salvage this season before it's too late. What about...
Yeah, I'm waiting for the first big trade of this league.
Have you offered any? Huh?
But it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah?
Because,
When?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This week.
All right, whatever. Let's...
Megatron is going to be part of Camp Krusty.
Megatron. If he goes on your team, he's going to get hurt. Let's go to next week's matchups. Oh, no, wait. Before next week's matchups, let's talk about people who got people, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Let's talk about that. Okay, so today we didn't have quite the firestorm as we did last week. There was only, I think, one where we both bid on something. I think everybody else... No, there were 2. I take it back. There was a fight... No, I take it... Okay.
Oh, I'm sure there was a battle for Dry Archer. Who are these people?
He was my sleeper, and unfortunately, he's sleeping with the fishes now. I didn't even want him. I cast him aside like so much unused talent on my team. So I let him go. I picked up Kadeem Carey, who apparently no one else saw the value in, and I paid $13 for nothing. I could have got him for $1. That hurt. That hurt a little bit. Unfortunately, my mother once again steals a defense from me. I go after the Eagles, but she says, I know you didn't bid high enough. I'm going to get him for 5. You cheapskate for 3, don't get him. So I got stuck with the Chiefs this week. You bid and got the Steelers. There was no other real fights. Joe picked up Eric Ebron. My mom picked up a kicker. See anybody else? Todd got a kicker. A lot of these are fill-ins. It looks like just bye-week stuff. That was it. But the real steal happened earlier in the week, and let me find this. I can't remember how much he paid. I want to say it was $13. What's up with your sister dropping Ryan Matthews? Ryan Matthews, the starter in Kansas City, who will be back. She drops him. Who gets him? Jason. Dang it. No one else even bid on him. I didn't even know he was out there. I got to do better work. I got to do more work. All right, moving on to next week's games. Who do you have first?
Okay, first, we've got a big one because I wanted to say someone's always got to go, but 2 3-1 teams play in our division, interdivision battle. Ralph Wiggum Experience at 3-1 versus myself at 3-1. As of right now, it's got me projected just a little bit, but I don't take that seriously. So yeah, big matchup.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Matt Ryan does. I mean, he's had, what, only one stinker game or two? I can't remember. You have him as a quarterback, so you would know better.
Zero.
He had one bad day, I know, so don't get that upset. They like Le'Veon Bell.
Last week.
Oh, yeah, I know that. They like Le'Veon Bell. They like Rashad Jennings. They like Jamal Charles, although they're predicting him only for 16. So here's the thing, San Francisco's going to be pretty stout against him. I hope he does better, obviously. For you, Jason's got the team powerhouse, right? He's got Macklin and Kelvin Benjamin, who is the rookie of the year so far. Steve Smith, again, against Indianapolis. So I think this is anybody's game. I think it's going to come down to Romo. And Romo in Houston going against J.J. Watt, who was on fire last week, if anybody saw him. And I'm not talking about the commercial where he dances at the junior high dance. I'm talking about where he took it back for 6. Can you do it again against Romo? I hope he does it 3 times against Romo, because I hate the Cowboys. Next game.
Okay, we've got another member of our 3-way tie plays this week. Worst team ever against Krusty's Clown College. Right now, you guys both have full lineups. However, it's got you outscoring him by 14, 145 against 131.
Yeah, should be a good game. I mean, I don't consider Josh, even though he hasn't won a game yet, I don't take him lightly. I'm sure this is the week he's going to have the best